Alright, so I'm going back on my second cruise, and what do you call it? Basically, the temp got up to like 201 and just stayed there, and that's with one fan. So I know if I put on the other fan, it'll cool down and I'll be good. So I'm gonna order that when I go. But like I said, I'm just cruising around. You know, I still gotta get a hood latch, so I kind of got that ghetto zip tied right now. But I'm not going, you know, fast. I'm just gonna, you know, just cruise and get the idleability and lower AFR cruises all set and stable. I'm surprised, you know, with these, what do you call it? These 2200cc injectors, man. Things really, really good on idle. And you know, cruising. When I had the KA, the 1600s, they were low impedance, but they would, when you're just cruising, it would kind of just, you know, it wouldn't have a steady AFR. It would be like, you know, I usually idle around 15.5 with E85, but what's it called? It would drop down sometimes to like 13.5 for like 3 seconds, and then go back to 15 for about 20 seconds, and then dip back down. So, you know, it was just a little bit of an issue. But anyhow, so I'm good here. I'm just, like I said, just cruising, trying to go to my brother's house real quick. And now, oh Lord, yeah. Well, anyways, I'm not in a rush. But you know, these people. And I just took that turn one-handed with this, what do you call it, steering rack that I had modded. But, you know, I don't know. It's cool, man. Like I said, oh, look, it dropped back down to 179. So it got up to like 200 just idling. But, you know, I guess driving with this cooler weather, it goes in. So I'm going to definitely get that other fan. And my cooling should be fine. After this, I'll take a video and I'll show you what I did to get the air bubbles out of the car. So, alright guys, late. Alrighty, so there goes the turbo heater blanket going through its hot, cold cycles and, you know, smoking. What do you call it? Yeah, so this solution is working. Basically, you know, I just have one fan for right now. I'm going to order me a second fan. So when it's sitting at idle, it goes up to about 202, 203, which is normal operating temp for this motor. When I'm cruising, and today the ambient temp might be about 75 or so. She drops down to like 180. So I'm like, all right, cool. So this solution works. The way that I got the air bubbles out was I had bought this. You know, they say it's a catch can, but technically it kind of isn't, because it's got a pressure cap on it, and then, you know, like a neck to bleed out. But it kind of, you know, worked for me because what do you call it? That was the stock line that was there. Remember, I had early videos. I blocked those off, just welded them shut and all that. Oh, I'll pop this here. Let me. I'll come back to that. All right, so I'm back. Had to go to Costco and get a battery for my dad's Accord. Basically, the little cold spells, they died, whatever. So, anyhow, my solution to getting air bubbles out of this was this. I bought this coolant reservoir, and then, if you guys know, in the earlier videos, those were like stock ports that hooked up to I don't know what. I went and I welded off the tips. I didn't cut them or do anything because of this sheer fact that I may need it. So ended up what do you call it, having this. Just made a little quick cheap, I'm not cheap, but you know, quick bracket, whatever. You know, it was just to mount it and hold it. You know, I could take it off and round off the edges and make it look pretty and all that jazz. But right now, it doesn't even matter. We're looking for functionality. So I went and did that. That works. Yeah, I wonder what's going on in here. I haven't even checked. Yeah, so there's still water because I actually topped it up. And then, what do you call it? That will, what do you call it? Yeah, so yeah, I had topped that up, and so I must have got the air bubbles out. Because now, what I have to, say was I think I had an air pocket before when I had like those 202s or whatever. But like I said, it's neither here or there. At least the car, it's cooling or whichever. So now that we got that taken care of, it's pretty straight. Then when I was driving earlier around, I ended up kind of just getting on it a little bit, and it felt good. But once it starts to build boost, it just falls right on his face because of the fuel settings that I have in there. I didn't really, I'm not tuning for it, and so I'm just getting the vacuum map all set up. But now that I did that, what I need to do, well, I can't really go that fast because I don't have that thing, and I don't want to fall back and crack my windshield and be more assed out with money. So my next steps are going to be get those hood pins, put those in, then I can take it on the road. Kind of now that I know this is working, I just need to redo like these brackets to hold this up, and then to hold the motor in place. I have the stock ones there. I'm gonna just see if I could mimic them or do something of that nature. So that's fine. But for the most part, yeah, she's there, and I still gotta do that. And there's some minor stuff, but at least functionality wise, she's good to go. It's